Let me show y'all. This is the type of easy shit. Hold on. I'm trying to get the camera right. Look. This is the type of easy shit I do at the post office working midnights. 26 plus an hour. Easy shit. Putting trays in. Even though I gotta find some trays first, but come get a bag. Come work for the federal government and get a bag, okay? Good retirement for sure. If you got kids, really good benefits for you and your kids. Putting trays in, easy shit off the Burberry belt or some chill shit. You know, a little razzle-dazzle, but apply at your own risk.
I did a video about a week ago talking about United States Postal Service employees being burnt out and quitting. And the comments under the video were mixed. Some people were saying the job was very easy. It's the easiest job to ever work. Then you had others who were saying it was very difficult, not only physically, but mentally, having to deal with, their supervisors, the whole USPS being very unorganized. Here you have a woman who's essentially bragging about how easy her overnight job is at the United States Postal Service. Now, I'll say this. If you have a job, right, and you feel like you're being compensated well, you got good benefits, the last thing you want to do is go on the internet, go on TikTok or any social media site and brag about how easy your job is. We've seen this happen to a lot of people during the pandemic that were working remotely. They exposed how they were online, clocked into work, but they were running errands, cleaning their house from top to bottom. They had little devices to move the mouse every so often to make it appear like they're working. And then that finally caught up with them later on when these employers started having them come back into the office and everyone was in a frenzy. Again, if you have something good, a good job, keep your mouth shut, do what you got to do, cash them checks, and keep it pushing. Everything is not meant for the internet.
Hey y'all, I'm back. Day 2 as a mail clerk at the post office. Nah, I'm doing something different today. But it's all easy money, okay? It's all a bag in this motherfucker, okay? Easy shit. Take the mail out, put it in the tray. That's it. Easy shit, okay? You'll be making boxes in this bitch. Easy shit. Come get an easy bag.
As you can see, she's made multiple videos talking about how easy her job is. And see, when we have things like when the Trump administration comes in and says, hey, the federal government employees, they're too bloated, they're not really doing any work. You have a lot of people who are overpaid and they're not really being very productive. Videos like this only bolster that argument.
So what is it like working in the post office? It's a mental thing, because when you start out, you're a CCA. I'm a city carrier, so there's subs that are CCA, so that's what you start out as. And basically those are people who take routes and splits off of somebody who's on vacation or somebody who called out that day, or if the person has to make which is like no overtime for that day, or if somebody drops a route, or stuff like that. Being a CCA is not for the faint of heart. I will tell anybody. If anybody asks me, oh, what do you think I should do? I want to join the post office. I would always say work inside, being a clerk or mail handler or something like that, because like I said, being a CCA is not for the faint of heart. I've seen 6'2" men cry being CCAs, because it's a mental thing. So it's like every day you come in, you're put on a different route. You don't know the ins and out of that route. You don't know where the package go. You don't know where the route begins to where it ends. So you can't, make a little maneuver here and stop and drop all these packages to give yourself more space in the truck. And I think that's where a lot of people quit over that part, because of the frustration. But once you get over that, because you're usually in the same station, so you over time you'll get to know every route in that station, so it becomes easier in that way. The pay, boy, CCA money no joke, CCA money is no joke. Them big ass checks that you get every 2 weeks, because we get paid every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, when you get them big ass checks, that will keep you coming back. I'm telling you, because I've had times where I wanted to quit. Like, I'm like, fuck this. I'm putting in my 2 weeks. This is it. I'm over this. And then on that Friday, when you get that check, and that 25 or that 3,000 that you see, you be like, what was I thinking again? Never mind. I changed my mind.
See, and that's how a lot of these jobs, whether you're working for as a postal service worker, or maybe you're working at, whatever your local transportation center is, a bus driver or maintenance. These are how these jobs keep a lot of people trapped, because these jobs don't require a lot of education. You probably just need a high school diploma. You don't need, too much experience. So people, get these jobs, and you can make 20, 25 and move your way up to maybe 30. And if you stay there long enough, maybe even $40 an hour. And it's kind of a trap, because outside of whatever job you do, unless you just have a skill in, like, maybe if you work for the bus company like an engineer or something like maintenance, somewhere you could take that skill outside of that, you're kind of stuck here, because that's the only place you're really going to be able to go without going back to school or getting another trade that's going to pay you this type of money. So that's kind of what she's referring to. You're kind of like trapped in there. And it sounds like being a CCA, has its pros and cons. Yeah, you don't have a set route, but you get to run the bag up and get a lot of overtime. A lot of times, the way people make money, especially at the post office, is with the OT. But it does come, with a lot of headaches.
The three things you gotta do while working at the post office is, it's real simple. You gotta come to work, you gotta mind your fucking business, and you gotta go home. You gotta come to work, because if you don't come to work, you blow the whole operation. You never know. Every route just might be going smooth that day, and just because you called off, now everybody gotta do extra work. Now me, I did call off yesterday. Did I blow the operation? I don't know. Do I give a fuck? Fuck no. You gotta mind your business, because listen, they gonna talk shit. They gonna talk shit. They gonna talk about you. Even when you think that you could be the coolest person in there, they gonna find something to talk about. So just mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. And the last thing is the best thing. Go the fuck home. Take your ass home. Don't listen. Go home. Cause you gotta do it again. You got some extra mail, bring it back. Don't worry about it. Tomorrow's another day. And at the end of the day gotta end. So take your ass home. But for sure, the top one is mind your business. It's mind your business. Listen. I'm not gonna get on here and make my whole TikTok about my job. There's other people that do that. I'm not doing that. Those are the three things you could do. You'll be good.
He's spot on. I think those rules not only apply to the post office, but any job in general. I think it's funny that he talks about not calling off, because you calling off could throw off the whole operation, but yet he just recently called off.
What you doing?
Here we have, I do this 8 hours a day. I do this 8 hours, 5 days a week, easy money. So another video here. Someone working at the United States Post Office uploading to TikTok how easy their job is. Again, if you have an easy job, the best thing to do is keep your mouth shut. You do not want to broadcast these things on the internet, because you never know who's going to see it. And then when your workload increases, you are going to be crying and you're going to complain, and you only have yourself to feel bad for. But let me know in the comments below. I need my USPS workers to let me know, is it really an easy job? Is it a hard job? It seems like to me it just depends upon where you're working at inside the post office, and that makes all the difference. But let me know in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.